My nigga told me a long time ago, when I first started doing this shit, emulate the greats.
You know, Rick Ross, man, we want to know where you get that name from, man, and are you aware that it's, you know, it's a big drug dealer from out here? Where did you get the name from, though?
Most definitely. I got on the name like 10 years ago when it wasn't about that. It was about what I was going to turn it into. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Shout out to dude, whatever he doing, but I don't know him.
This brother just told on himself. Emulate the greats? Let me tell you what this is. I've been around this business for a very long time. I know these cats like I know my name. This brother's been caught in a lie already once. He knows that his fans overlooked that one. But will they forgive him for another one? That's the billion-dollar question. See, he doesn't want to take the chance and admit that he intentionally used the Rick Ross name because he doesn't know if they'll forgive him again. But I'll tell you what he does know. He knows that he messed up when he jumped the gun and said, no, I didn't use his name. Just like he jumped the gun and said, no, that's not me in that police uniform. And then when backed into a corner, out came the truth. Now he's kicking himself for not telling the truth about using Freeway's name because he could have flipped it and became a hero. What do you think would have happened if he'd have taken the high-powered media with him to greet his namesake when Freeway was released from prison, sat him down, handed him an envelope, and said, thank you? He would have been this country's hero, but instead he's going down in history as a liar because we all know that that's the way it goes. Years from now, they'll talk about the good he did, but they'll always end with the bad, and that's what people remember. P.S. It's really hard to hide when you're lying. Go back and notice how, when he says, shout out to dude, he comes out of character. He couldn't help it. That's how spies are caught. They can't hide the lie.
I don't have to make up lies to make music and talk about 100 keys and you think it's fabricated. In your world, 100 keys may be a whole lot to you. Where I come from, that's a weekend of work, man.
I'm embarrassed for this brother. How can he bring himself to tell his fans and the world that he not only worked 100 kilos, but that it was a weekend event for him? How long is this brother going to keep telling these outrageous lies? Brother, you've made a lot of money. You can actually stop now. In case you didn't know, let me break this down for you. Let's see how this works out. In the state of Florida, you must be 19 years of age to become a correctional officer. Bill was born in 1976. He graduated high school in 1993. From then until 1995, he was at Albany State on a football scholarship. After that, he turned 19 years old, at which time he was old enough to be a CO. He got that job. He was there until 1997, and that's about the time he started rapping. So, I don't know about you, but I've done a little math on this whole thing, and unless he was a 12-year-old drug lord pushing 100 keys a week, then somebody's lying.
Let me explain something to you. You know, I'm a certified man. I am a real boss. And this is something that everybody need to understand. Gangsters move in silence. Gangsters move in silence. Gangsters move in silence.
Just when I thought I'd seen it all, I came across this interview. Now I'm completely convinced that this brother's in a fantasy world. Gangsters move in silence. But then he runs around the world telling everyone that he sells dope and kills people. Man, I don't know if you know this or not, but there are young people out here who believe every word that comes out of your mouth. Some of them worship the ground that you walk on, and that's very scary. When you tell these kids that you got all the things that you have from hustling, they believe what you say. They believe that they can go out and hustle and get the things that you have. Some of them even try to mimic what you say you do. I personally know of a young man who just loved Rick Ross, so much so that he went from being a straight-A student to wanting to become the gangster that Rick Ross said he was. He had no idea what he was getting into. Within a very short period of time, he went from being a very decent, loving young man to being locked up for a very, very long time. Brother, it's obvious that you have no idea the power that you have over these young people, because if you did, you would think very carefully before you speak. This is R.G. Robinson, Edward L. and Thelma G. Robinson's baby boy. Thank you for tuning in to RG Speaks Rap Current Affairs. Until the next time, take care and be blessed.